Hey everybody, Vulture Rash. Welcome back to 365 Days of Irish Tenor Banjo Tunes. Today is day 329. I'm going to be getting on this a little bit earlier today because I'm going out tonight. Going to the piece I've been working on, trying to be a little more familiar with. So I'm doing that kind of once a week, picking a piece where I play it a little more often throughout the week and try and get familiar with it. So I can hopefully be a little more musical with it. So that one is number 116 in the book, Old Hag, You Have Killed Me. Love the name of that tune. It's in D Mixolydian. We're going to start off with the Banjo Buddy version, and we're going to play it nice and slow, and then we're going to move to Enda Scahill's version on his Patreon sound slice, whatever you want to call it. Now, his version that I'll be playing is called Simple and Slow, but it does have a fair amount of ornamentation in it and some chords. Definitely not what I would call super simple. And then the next level up that he moves on to is just beyond me, and I've kind of learned play what you can. So, starting off with the Banjo Buddy version, Old Hag, You Have Killed Me. Okay, so that's the Banjo Buddies version, pretty nice and simple, and we're going to spend some time and try and do Enda's version. Maybe we'll go through it once, really nice and slow, and then see if we can speed it up a little bit. Okay, so that's what Enda calls a simple version. That's his first version of this. Definitely beyond what when I first started as a beginner I would even be able to touch at all. I didn't play triplets whatsoever, but it's actually not that bad. They're all single note triplets. The hardest things I find sometimes are the chords followed by triplets. Oops. And I guess technically there's a couple ways you can play these things. So if you're doing a note followed by a triplet, it could go down, up for your triplet, but generally triplets should be played down, down. So you should be going down, 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 because it's got quarter, triplet, or not, sorry, quarter, eighth note, triplet, eighth. So the eighth note in your normal down, up, down, the first eighth note should be a down. The triplet is taking the place of the up, down in the next, in that sort of set of three. But because it's triplet, we're going to play it down, up, down, which brings us to the next set, which should be played with a down. So it does make it a little bit tricky, I find, in particular with those chords, because I tend to sort of play them more through, and then it's a jump to get back. Anyways, let's see if we can't speed this up even just a little bit for fun. Not too bad. A little mess up on that last triplet, and also perhaps a little stutter on one of those chord triplets, but I think we're going to call that good enough. Not super fast, but it still sounds musical to me, and that's what I'm striving for these days. So we'll call that a day, and or call that a tune, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Flan.